right, Diamond Tiara. And now, if we subtract the 5 apples needed for the pie, how many apples will be left in the basket?
I think it's gonna be, 4?
Yes, that is correct. Excellent job, my little pony.
Thanks, Miss Cheerilee. And thank you as well for being such a great teacher.
Oh, don't underrate yourself, Diamond Tiara. You did learn it pretty quickly.
That's true. And you did a really good job at it. I, for one, am still finding myself struggling. Well, on a side note, it might have something to do with the fact that we're like 4th graders and just now started to learn basic mathematics.
Better late than never, right, Phyllis?
Miss Cheerilee, can I ask you something?
Yes, Sweetie Belle.
I really don't want to sound ungrateful, but I can't help but notice that ever since the new year began, your lessons have, well, changed.
What do you mean, changed?
To point out the most obvious thing, didn't you say that math was like racist or something?
Oh, well, yes, I might have indeed said that.
And what about that whole lesson we had earlier about modern society and Equestria?
What about it?
It also seemed a little, atypical. Yeah. You'll seriously want us to believe that you would tell us about how fragile our modern lives are in holding together peace between the pony races?
Well, yes, because that is how society works. All ponies coming together and maintaining a bond as a nation.
That's also something that really rubbed me the wrong way. Why would you of all ponies, especially after what the 4 of us have been through, go and say that it is oftentimes unfair to openly criticize a government?
Because, if you take the time to think about it, it kind of is. Like I explicated earlier, us normal ponies can only interpret what we ourselves witness from our government, but we have no idea of all that is going on in the background. Of all the hoops our princesses must jump in order to make all the important decisions for their subjects and maintain our prosperity and liberty. It's inevitable that not every decision is always met with understanding, and as a free nation, every pony is entitled to their own opinion. Though it is important that we do not forget who we owe our freedom to.
Princess Twilight and her friends, receiving Equestria at least a dozen times.
Well, yes, them of course too. But who founded Equestria, the nation we all live in today?
Chancellor Puddinghead, Commander Hurricane, and Princess Platinum?
Well, yes, they might have originally founded this country, but I'm talking about Equestria the way it is today, and the pony responsible for keeping this glorious beacon of freedom and equality afloat. I am, of course, talking about Princess Celestia. She founded the nation we have the privilege of living in today. And while some of her decisions and methods might invite to some criticism, all in all, she is doing an excellent job. The ways of a princess are unfathomable to us normal citizens anyways. We can't possibly imagine the burden the pony in charge bears on her shoulders. And therefore, we should be grateful for all she does for us. Because we surely should know that none of us could do it any better.
But that doesn't even make sense!
All right, class, that's it for today. And since you all were so engaged today, I think you've earned yourselves a free afternoon. Good day, every pony.
I know about y'all, but this all smells hella fishy to me. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her, but that sure as shit is not the Miss Cheerilee I know. Maybe somehow her brainwashing got reactivated. Well, in that case, we know what we gotta do. Don't we, Sweetie Belle? Haha, unfortunately. All right, then let's get this over with. Miss Cheerilee?
Yes, Sweetie Belle. Do you have a question about today's lesson? I am always happy to go the extra mile for one of my fellow ponies.
Yes, I do indeed have a question. I want to know from where you fiddled all that knowledge about math and economy.
Fiddled? What do you mean by that?
Isn't it obvious? How else would some pony like you even know what math is?
Some pony like me?
A knicker!
Oh, Sweetie Belle, that is not a nice thing to say. But every opinion is valued, even one as hostile as yours.
What? Aren't you like furious or something? That unicorn can't say the fucking N-word, y'all!
I'm not so much furious, rather than just disappointed. But I have learned to accept every pony the way they are. Besides, not all unicorns are racist.
Okay, something is definitely not right with you. Yeah, what happened to our old Miss Cheerilee? The one who used to constantly rant about inequality and racism and all that shit. Who then turned out to actually be a total badass rebel against a very real conspiracy.
Oh, you little fillies in your imagination. Me a rebel? Now that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
But don't you remember Dorjish Prison? An agent classified?
I do. And that is exactly the reason I decided to make a change in my life and let go of my cause. Ever since I was forced to use drastic measures in order to save us, I have been feeling guilty for taking an innocent life.
Innocent? That dude was anything but that. He unlawfully arrested you and had you brainwashed. Besides, he wasn't even dead. Just a few days ago, he suddenly jumped us out of nowhere and tried to arrest us too. Luckily, a mine intervened and saved us, which then led to Classified blowing himself up at the end. Unintentionally for all I could tell.
I see. But even then, this agent Classified is now certainly dead, so I don't see a reason to keep worrying about all that. Like he said, his department prohibited only him as a member, and I still think his last words were just empty threats. Without him, Celestia has no means to keep her conspiracy going, so this is all done and settled. We can go back to our normal lives now.
Even if all that was true, something is still not right about this.
Exactly.
Look, even if Celestia was defeated, how come y'all suddenly made a complete 180 and started teaching pro-Celestia propaganda?
Well, a pony can change her mind, can't she? And now, if you don't mind, school's out for today, and believe it or not, a teacher also has a private life, which I would like to attend to. See you tomorrow, Phillies.
Okay, I don't think I even need to ask if y'all are now even more convinced than before that something's up with her. For certain. But why did the trigger not work? Now I said the N-word for nothing.
I don't know. Whatever she has going on, it's something different than back in Dorgish. She really didn't seem like she was in a trance or something like that.
Despite her untypical words, she still seemed suspiciously clear in her mind. So there is something else going on. But what?
Only one way to find out.
Come on, y'all, we're gonna tail her. We'll find out what she's hiding. Alright, d'accord. Olozi. Oh fuck no, y'all also starting with that Frenchy shit. My sis has been moaning for ages about Rarity and all her fancy expressions, and now y'all too? Well, she's my sister, and I kinda like that. It helps you stick out. You know, Shirley might really be onto something with that supremacy shit.